With that, since we do have a special guest in our audience right now, I'd like to bring up Cynthia Gomez, Tule River Yokut Tribe, who's a tribal advisor to Governor Jerry Brown, so that she may do the introductions. And with that, Cynthia?
Good morning. It's so nice to see so many of our people and our citizens out here enjoying and celebrating and acknowledging Native American Day for 2012. We have a special guest today. We have the Governor of the state of California, and I'm honored to be able to introduce him. And I would like to say that he has written one of the best proclamations for Native American Day in the history of California. And if you haven't read it yet, it will be read shortly. So I'd like to give you a big welcome to Governor Brown.
Hi. I'm glad to see all you here. The last time I did this, I think it was about 30 years ago. How many are here today that were here 30 years ago? Very many? A few? Yeah, we got a few. There's only a few of us elders left. All right, I'm going to read the proclamation for the Native American Day. Here's what it goes like this. California has been home to human beings for at least 12,000 years, with a period of European American settlement representing only a tiny fraction of this time. The first Europeans to arrive in California encountered hundreds of thousands of people organized into hundreds of distinct tribal groups. They flourished in the bountiful hills and valleys of what would someday become the Golden State. The contact between these first Californians and successive waves of newcomers over the 3 succeeding centuries was marked by the utter devastation of Native American people, families, and society. The colonial regimes of Spain and Mexico, through disease and slavery, reduced the indigenous population by more than half. Then the gold rush came, and with it a wave of new diseases and outright violence that halved the population again in just 2 years. The newborn state of California institutionalized violence against Native Americans, enacting policies of warfare, slavery, and relocation that left few people alive and no tribe intact. In his 1851 address to the legislature, our first governor, Peter Hardeman Burnett, famously stated that a war of extermination will continue to be waged between the 2 races until the Indian race becomes extinct, must be expected. In spite of Burnett's prediction, California today is home to the largest population of Native Americans in the 50 states, including both the rebounding numbers of our native tribes and others drawn to the Golden State by its myriad attractions. The success of tribal businesses and the rise of tribal members in all walks of life today stand as a testament to the resilience and enduring spirit of Native peoples. If Governor Burnett could not envision a future California inclusive of Native Americans, it is just as impossible for us today to envision one without them. Now, I therefore, Edmund Brown, Jr., Governor of the State of California, hereby proclaim September 28th Native American Day. Congratulations. And I look forward to working with many of you in the coming year for mutual prosperity and happiness and hopefully greater harmony. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor, for joining us today and for your continued support and recognitions of our American Indian people in California. So thank you very much.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Olin Jones, and I'm the Director of the California Attorney General's Office of Native American Affairs. And it's our pleasure to be one of the facilitating, sponsoring agencies for this wonderful event. And it's so great to see the governor come out. Could I have one more round of applause for the governor? Thank you. That proclamation has been sent around the state, and I don't think I've sent it. I haven't sent it anywhere where people haven't called me back and thanked me for sending that proclamation. It was just a wonderful document. Well, today I would like to introduce one of our chief deputies from the California Office of the Attorney General to talk about our office's support of Native American issues. And as the Director of Native American Affairs, I work every day with tribes on issues related to public safety and to economic development. And it's been such a pleasure to sit and watch over the last 10 years how things have changed in the state of California with our tribal relationships. And just the other day, I was talking with a group of tribal leaders in our office on a very important issue that 10 years ago wouldn't even have been discussed. But yet here we are today having good conversation, good dialogue about economic development. It boggles my mind to think about it. So today, if I'd like to ask if anyone's here that is a tribal chairperson, that is on a tribal council, or somehow you work for your tribal government, could I ask you to stand up, please? Tribal chairman? Welcome. You're welcome here. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to introduce Chief Deputy of the Criminal Division, Dane Gillette. He's going to say a few words about the Attorney General's and our office's relationship with Native American tribes.
Thank you, Olin, and thank you for allowing me to follow Governor Brown. That's always a difficult task. I want to begin by expressing the regrets of Attorney General Harris. She has great respect for this program and for the event that you're celebrating today. Is sorry she cannot be here, and I'm pleased to be here in her stead. And I welcome you all on behalf of the Department of Justice and the Attorney General to the 45th Annual Native American Day Ceremony and Cultural Celebration. And I want to take just a moment to particularly express my great regard for the efforts of the two people in the Department of Justice who are most responsible for acting as a liaison to the Native communities and for educating me in my role on all that you contribute and the issues that are presented by your tribes. And that is Olin Jones, who just introduced me, and Anacita Augustina's. They are both outstanding members of our department, and I am greatly honored to have the opportunity to work with both of them. And I have a great appreciation for all the work that Olin and Anacita have done in bringing together the Department of Justice and all the various tribal leaders. California is a state of great diversity, cultural diversity. And what I have learned from Olin and from this event and from attending it last year as well is the immense diversity among all your various tribes and what you all bring together to create the California Native American experience and then how that contributes to the cultural blend that is California. As the governor's proclamation indicated, unfortunately, we recognize that later than we should, but it is now an important and significant part of what is California. I understand that this year's ceremonies are focusing particularly on issues relating to the achievements of women and their contributions to the Native American culture. That resonates with me because my wife has long been involved in issues pertaining to women's rights, and she is a lawyer and bringing women into the law and encourage them to be a part of that. And so I have heard many times over the past few years the importance of recognizing and understanding women's issues, and to see it reflected here and with this organization is truly important. These events give us the opportunity to share and learn and understand the contributions of the Native community and Native women and what they have done for and contributed to the people of the state of California. I have particularly had the opportunity in working with Olin to get to know about and to meet with tribal law enforcement leaders, tribal justice leaders, to understand some of the issues that you are facing. Those are the issues that all of California faces. Justice for California and justice for the Native peoples all fit together into one important and overarching concern that we all be treated fairly and work together. This is, as Olin has said, a new era of collaboration and cooperation on a broad range of issues. The Department of Justice has been working and will continue to work cooperatively by engaging in meaningful dialogue with various tribal leaders, tribal law enforcement, tribal justice on issues pertaining to public safety, economic development, or any issue of interest cited by a tribal government. We have, as Olin indicated, facilitated meetings, some in our office, some in the counties, bringing together the sheriffs, the district attorneys, other aspects of local law enforcement with tribal law enforcement leaders, finding ways that we can all work together to share our mutual goal of bringing greater levels of justice, cultural protection, victim services, and other state-based services designed to protect all the people of California and to ensure that we protect the tribal communities and their families as well. I want to thank all the state agencies who have contributed to this. Again, I want to thank, in particular, Olin and Anastasia for their efforts on behalf of the Department of Justice in bringing this together. And I congratulate you all, and I greatly appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to be here on behalf of the California Department of Justice. Thank you, and this is a great celebration. I'm pleased to be here.
Thank you very much. And I just want to introduce briefly the Director of Pesticide Regulations with Cal EPA. California EPA has a Tribal Advisory Committee that is really working on policy related to a lot of the natural resources that impact our natural resources. So I'd just like to have Mr. Leahy say a few words.
It's an honor to be here. I have my French goddaughter, so this is her first chance to see California. Just very briefly, you know, the department is working closely with the tribes. We have our outreach committees, and we're working with that. My background is I was one of the first organic farmers and wildlife-friendly farmers. It was the values, I think, that we all share that led me to that. So it's a real honor and privilege to be here, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I think this represents some of the partnerships that are evolving as our tribal leadership meets with different representatives from the state of California. And I think that it reflects the commitment that the executive staff of the state of California have to addressing some of the challenges in our tribal community. And we just want to share with you some of the people that we're working with and the really great progress that we're making in some of these challenging areas.